It's me. Hi.
Hi.
It's Gar.
Jimmy and Nick.
I am the god.
I think we peaked and we have our little group of fans and we're good.
He allegedly raped 11 women.
The Japanese Bill Cosby. Cut that out.
Kind of the hardest question for a lot of people. The best console ever.
Oh, okay. I got a good one for this.
One requirement to this question
Commodore.
is you have to have owned this system, so you can't say that shit. I knew you were going to say that. Chris. You have to own the system. You have to have played it. You have to have really fucking played the system. You can't just go, oh, Dreamcast, because it's the cool thing.
I was going to say Dreamcast.
I mean, if you play Dreamcast a lot,
no, I never owned one. I can still say it.
Yeah, pick one system. It's got to be just one. No second choices.
Right.
One system that you would be on a deserted island for the rest of your life, and you'd be okay playing those games.
Oh no! Okay,
I got a pretty good answer for this then.
All right, you go first then.
Okay, so let's see here. Judging on the three that I'd have to contend for this, the PlayStation 2, and a toss-up between the N64 and, let's see, the original Xbox. Mainly because I had the most games for these systems. I'm gonna have to go with the PlayStation, the original PlayStation. Reason because if I look behind me, I can see the small PS1 with the screen and the big, chunky, original 1994 PS1 right behind me, like a big, box of games and shit. And the reason I think it's the best console ever, the PlayStation 1994 to 2001, I think it died out in support, had everything. It revolutionized everything.
Yeah, it did.
Because you had your RPGs, you had Final Fantasy VII, but you also had
horror games like Silent Hill and Resident Evil.
Silent Hill, Resident
Fighting
Evil,
games,
Virtual Fighter, Tekken, fucking Tekken.
UMK3, Street Fighter Alpha. You had PlayStation had everything. It really did. It had everything for everyone. The controller was revolutionary. Okay, yeah, before the rumble pad and the analog sticks, kind of basic, but it worked. It was functional. But then when we had the analog sticks,
it had the best startup logo too.
Yeah, it did, and that classic sound, that will ever be ingrained in our memories.
I can't redo it.
Yeah,
I was trying.
I was going to, but and then
no, I can't do it.
No,
that sounded like the start of a Stone Cold. That sounded like the entrance of Stone Cold Steve Austin. Sorry.
But it had. I mean, they weren't some of them weren't the best games, but it had games for everyone. If someone bought PS1, they had everything. You had this power of CDs, which curb stomped the Nintendo 64. It was it's cartridge based. It's twice as powerful. Yeah, but it couldn't load half the shit half as well. So it kind of fucked itself over with the cartridges. But it had some of the best games, the best controller, the best design, some of the best UI. It worked as a CD player, and then it was a stepping stone to the PS2. And the PS2 was, everyone had a PS2.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for the foundations, I still have a PS2. It's in a drawer right over there. And
I can see it.
I mean, if it was a stepping stone to what would then become an iconic brand, whereas, the Nintendo 64 was a great system. I had a few games for it, but it didn't grab me in the same way that PlayStation did. And I think a lot of people that grew up with a PlayStation like me will have the same sort of memories. So PlayStation is my favorite console of all time.
Good choice. Gave excellent reason.
Yeah.
All right, you want me to go, Chris, or you want to go?
You can go.
Okay. My choice is GameCube.
Oh shit.
Said no.
Wow.
I was about to say it.
I was gonna say, damn.
No, GameCube's a fucking terrible system.
What?
Too busy
I love
playing
GameCube.
Or fucking lunchbox.
I'll be honest. GameCube had some good games, but that shit sucked.
Had the Resident Evil remake.
Yeah, it had Resident Evil 4 originally.
And Resident Evil 4 and Gotcha
for a month. Until
PS2
got it.
I was thinking of all the systems I ever owned, and I didn't own the oldest system I owned was Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis, and loved them, but I was a kid when I played them. I owned the PlayStation 1, I owned the N64, enjoyed them a lot, played them, but the system that just changed my life in terms of gaming is the PlayStation 2. Like you
Nice.
said, PlayStation 1 was the stepping stone
Yeah.
to the PlayStation 2, and as much as I love the first PlayStation, Final Fantasy 7, Legend of whatever the fuck I was talking about before, all these games that came out for it, 2 just, I think it took the world by storm because it improved everything that 1 did. It had a better controller, had the analog sticks, it had the best fighting controller ever, so I think it made fighting games mainstream on the systems. It had online, which Splinter Cell Chaos Theory got all my love. And then it also had some of the greatest RPGs of our time. I mean, Final Fantasy X is debatable, but Final Fantasy XII is one of my favorite games of all time. And Kingdom Hearts, where it was the first game. It was also, PS2 was the stepping stone to voice acting.
Yeah,
it had a lot of voice acting in all its games. And without that, would Kingdom Hearts be what it is? No, of course not. We love to see the Disney movies played out in our video game.
Yeah.
But just besides that, I mean, all the fucking Japanese games that you guys probably never played that I imported for my PS2, Berserk, fucking all the Full Metal Alchemist, which all suck, Dragon Ball Z.
I really wanted to play an FMA game because I fucking love that shit.
No, they're not good. I even played them because I was actually...
Yeah, they're all hard.
I played Dual Destinies on DS. It was fucking awful.
Yeah, they're all horrible, but I will say that Berserk was fucking fantastic game. And then the Dragon Ball Z games were in the greatest moment of their life.
Oh, what you mean the Budokai games?
Budokai 3 and Tenkaichi 3. I mean, those games were the best Dragon Ball Z games. And that was only possible because the PS2 controller was so fucking good for fighters.
It was so ergonomic and versatile in almost every genre. It was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was perfect for any size hands. Because I have pretty big hands, but I know a lot of people with small hands loved it. It really is the system that if I had the only system that I can live with for the rest of my life and play games, I play all the fucking RPGs. I missed a bunch of them, like Wild Arms and all that shit.
I love Wild Arms.
So, I think that PS2 is just a system that fucking just took me into the gaming universe, and that's where I lived for my life. But just to throw it out there, I also really loved, I hope you didn't pick this, Chris, Xbox One. I think it's the best first system. Okay. It's your favorite console.
Well, you all said it. Like, alright, I have a 3-way tie. It's not a tie, I'm going to pick one, don't worry.
Alright, so then choose the one we haven't shown.
Well, I want to say what mine are. I don't have one. You guys, Nintendo DS was great.
Hey, that is a good damn handheld, but we're talking about consoles.
Yeah. Alright. My 3-way tie was PS1, GameCube, and Xbox. So,
talk about the GameCube.
I love GameCube.
Yeah.
Alright,
give us 3 reasons why GameCube was good.
Alright, 3 reasons. Resident Evil 4. The chainsaw controller. Loved it.
What the fuck?
I'm doing that.
I never even had it. I never even had it.
I've never even heard of that. I'm searching it up.
Yeah, go ahead. It's the worst fucking controller of all time.
It is the worst controller of all time.
It's shaped like the chainsaw from Resident Evil 4, except it's a controller. Try to work that out.
I'm looking at it. What the fuck?
Okay, well, you got Resident Evil 4, you got Super Smash Bros. Melee, and you got Mario Kart Double Dash.
Double Dash sucked.
What?
Double Dash? Oh, come on, Double Dash.
I played that so much.
How did Double Dash suck? Come on.
I don't know. I don't play any Mario Kart. I just wanted to say it so that you have to make another point.
Okay, let me make another point.
Come on, Tales of Symphonia. You had Mario Sunshine. You had Zelda's Wind Waker.
Tales of Symphonia. That was a good one. Shit.
Yeah, Wind Waker was the best.
Wind Waker.
It was pretty fucking good.
It was.
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Yeah. Still,
there was plenty of great games, but the system itself.
Gotcha.
What? It had the best intro.
No.
Oh.
PS2.
Okay, Pikmin.
PS2 Towers.
There you go.
Huh?
Pikmin.
Yeah, Pikmin. 1 inch.
All right, so that's your choice, GameCube. So Chris
no, it's not mine.
The worst system
I didn't pick that. You just wanted me to pick.
Yes, you did.
I said it's a 3-way tie. I didn't even say what my third one was. It was there.
Yes, you did. Xbox.
Oh, okay. I thought I said GameCube. Everyone was like,
GameCube. He picked the GameCube.
What an idiot.
How dare he pick the GameCube?
It's pretty bad.
This is my Nintendo shit cube. I call it that because it's a piece of fucking shit.
Hey, Fuck you. I love my GameCube.
Well, as long as you chose GameCube and not Wii, we're okay.
Oh my god, if you picked the Wii, oh my god.
Yeah, if you picked the Wii, I would have just disconnected
Well,
you.
actually,
Yeah, I would have sold you to the Ugandans.
Actually, choose my second one, so. Sorry.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Alright, so we have one.
50.
We have two amazing systems in the choice: PlayStation 1 and 2, and then Chris chose GameCube.
What?
We got the icons of gaming in a lunchbox. So okay.
What?
What? The PS2 doesn't look like a lunchbox.
No, the GameCube. Alright.
That's not funny.
You guys list below your favorite console, and again, you have to have owned it. So if you're under the age of like 20 and you picked Nintendo, you're a fucking liar.
Yeah.
So pick some that you've actually played.